Margarita met Andrew when she was in middle school, and she swears he's the only man she's ever been with. They now have 2 children together, but a 10-year-old phone recording has been tearing them apart. Andrew says what he heard on that recording still haunts him, and he believes Margarita has been cheating throughout their 13 years together.
I want a card. Can you not record? I mean, she was literally the person I fell back on, you know, like when I counted on to actually be there mentally and emotionally. Well, I got with Margarita, she was 14, I was 15. I was kicked out the house, and she would give me breakfast, bring me a toothbrush, give me socks in the morning so I can go to school. I was homeless for about a year, got my own apartment. She moved in with me. I also had a roommate staying with me at the time. So one day when I was leaving to work, I asked my roommate to go ahead and, take off. It was just a studio apartment, and I didn't want them in the same room for 12 hours at a time. Because I didn't trust him or her, I set up a video camera to record while I was at work, and you hear knocking at the door, you hear his voice asking for a glass of water. And she says, no, why don't you come on in? And he tells her, no, Andrew don't want me here. She continually asked him and said, Andrew won't know, Andrew's not here, he's not gonna find out, come on in, come on in. Then the lights turn off, and you can hear sex going on in the background until the camera died. I confronted her. She broke down crying, saying, I know how it sounds, I know how it looks. I'm sorry, but none of this happened. That didn't happen. I didn't know what to think. I wanted to believe her, I loved her. So any arguments we ever got into, she would say, that's why I cheated on you, or that's why I'm cheating on you, and then always take it back. I'm just mad. I say stuff when I'm mad that I don't mean. You can't believe it. Then we had kids, and with my first son, it popped back up. That's why I'm cheating on you. I'm pregnant, and I'm cheating on you. And just recently, I went into her phone, got into her phone. I just pushed A, and it pops up my name with the S, Andrews. And I pushed the same button over and over. Andrew's not here. Come by. We can have sex over and over again. She would be allowed to go out and do things that she would want to do if she would have never ever told me that she was cheating on me and that I could actually trust her. To have her location pinpointed, to have calls forwarded. I know when she's texting and when she's calling somebody. The picture she takes gets sent to my phone. Well, if she fails, she's gonna just have to understand that some things are meant to be and some things aren't. You just gotta live and let go. I always felt like I was alone, and she's the only one there for me, so I don't know.
Margarita, 10 years to be haunted by a recording, right? What, stuff like a tape recorder under your bed? Or?
It was his phone.
Oh, it was his phone?
Yes.
So this happened 10 years ago?
Yes.
And he had a roommate, and his friend comes by and says, can I have some water?
Okay, that, I don't remember him asking for water. I remember him coming in. I'm on the bed watching TV. It was a studio. So it's just basically a room and then a door in the kitchen. So he knocks on the door, comes in. He's like, so I'm gonna grab my stuff. Andrew told me not to be here. Right at that point, Andrew was working across the street, right, literally across the street. He's like, Andrew told me while you're here, I can't be here. And so he was grabbing his stuff. I'm like, you live here, you don't have to go nowhere. Like, me being kind.
You're being nice.
Yes, I'm not gonna, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go sit in your car? You're gonna go park somewhere and just sit in your car until Andrew gets off of work? So to me, that wasn't fair. Just because you have trust issues shouldn't affect your friend. So after he gets his stuff, he leaves, and I turn the light off and I'm watching TV. The thing that I barely realized out of this whole 10 years was we had a ceiling fan, and the ceiling fan was broken. So what I'm thinking what he heard was the ceiling fan, and I admit it does sound like we're having sex, and I told him that when he confronted me. When he got, right after he got to work, he showed me the phone, and it was right there, where, like plain view. And
you didn't see it?
I didn't see it, because it was against
because you would have turned it off. I'm just kidding.
And he's showing me, I'm crying, he shows his, I remember, I guess he showed his friend, and his friend saying, yeah, it sounds like we're having sex, but we didn't.
Right.
And I guess the ceiling fan sound, it sounds like headboard hitting the wall.